Access Sacramento presents Home Sports Game of the Week. Major underwriting support this season for Hometown Sports Game of the Week on Access Sacramento is provided by the Sacramento Metropolitan Cable Television Commission. Access Sacramento also thanks Sharif Jewelers, fine jewelers since 1932. Sharif Jewelers, a longtime sponsor of community television. And Folsom Lake Honda, a proud sponsor of Access Sacramento's Hometown TV and Game of the Week, and a partner in our community. Folsom Lake Honda.
We have reached the Final Four of the 43rd Annual Cordova Christmas Classic, and Access Sacramento is deployed for tonight's coverage of this doubleheader here from Cordova High School. From the Lancer Gym, along with Lauren Goodman, I'm Will James. We welcome you aboard to Access Sacramento's Hometown Sports Game of the Week. As I mentioned, we have two for you tonight. Up first, quite a rivalry and a rematch of last year's championship game here, Grant and Inderkum.
Two teams that know each other very well, Will, and they're going to leave it all out on the court.
Well, let's take a look and see what we got here to work with. The last time these two teams met, it was about a year ago, and it was at Inderkum.
Inderkum came back after losing in this tournament to stump the Grant Pacers.
They did indeed. That was a great payback, and we'll see what Grant has on their minds in this game tonight. Now, last outings. As we see there, lopsided victories in round one.
Inderkum had a tough nail-biter against Cosumnes Oaks, while Grant easily handed Valley.
They did indeed, and that set up the quarterfinal round, which we scouted last night, Lauren.
Inderkum easily win against Florin, where they had a matchup, and then Grant took a close victory against Vista Del Lago.
That was quite a ball game, and plus we also had Kennedy eking out a victory. We'll talk about them later because that's the back end of our doubleheader. Now, impact players for Inderkum High School under first-year head coach Fred Wilson. The Tenacious Tigers have to be just that tonight.
Inderkum has a group of combination guards in Presley and Dewale seniors leading the show for the Tigers, as well as Schooley going to clean it up in the forward position. Tigers are well prepared for tonight's matchup.
Yad Veer had 24 points in their latest victory. Now for Grant High, DeMond Wilson has his showstoppers. The prancing Pacers have to bring it.
Well, the Pacers are led by all seniors. Cameron Hampton, a guard who can get crafty and shifty. Stevenson, the high flyer who does all the show. And then David Jones, who cleans it up down low for the Pacers.
And those three did particular damage in the title game here a year ago to help them capture that 42nd annual Cordova Christmas Classic Championship. That's the way we have the table set for you from Cordova High on Access Sacramento's Hometown Sports Game of the Week. Stay with us. We got plenty of goodies to come, including this goodie. We'll be right back.
Open road, here comes the Heffley family.
Whether it's a short trip or a long haul,
Estimated time 47 hours.
they will beg,
You're hungry? I'm happy to provide.
they will plead.
Deep fried butter on a stick.
But whatever you do, don't wimp out.
Now you're talking?
Make them buckle up.
He can't hurt.
Remember, safety first. Cheese curls second.
Are you
Orange?
We are happy to have you with us this evening at Cordova High School. We've got a doubleheader for you in this 43rd annual Cordova Christmas Classic with Lauren Goodman. I'm Will James. First up, arch rivals in a rematch of last year's title game. Grant High taking on Inderkum. There you see part of that Fred Wilson huddle there, and there's the Grant huddle with DeMond Wilson. This guaranteed to be a spirited ball game, one that we have looked forward to for quite some time.
Spirited, Will. The gym is already filling up, stadium getting to capacity. So this is a game that everybody wants to see, for sure.
Good look at the Grant High bench there. Coach Wilson looking on. He brings in a 10-2 ball club, opposing Inderkum entering play at 9-3. Right there, Fred Wilson, fresh off of an outstanding 7-year coaching career at West Campus, where he went to the section finals 3 straight years and won it all last year in the Sac Joaquin section.
Well, Fred Wilson, who we were looking at before, 7-3 overall, and now we're looking at Wilson for the Pacers, coming in his 9th year, Coach Will. He's more than prepared for the Pacers in this senior loaded group.
Okay, so Inderkum wins the jump ball, has first possession. They miss in close, but recover. They settle it back outside. Straight away, Jay missed there by Ward, 1 and done.
Inderkum already doing the intangibles. Pacers are going to have to watch out for those second chance opportunities.
Here's a pick, clean steal taken away. Presley on the run, a miss. Tracked down, back up the floor, a save at the end line by Jones, out of bounds to Inderkum. Both clubs a little raggedy right now with some early game jitters.
2 unnecessary plays, just trying to push the tempo. Both teams need to settle down and get into their rhythm.
Push it hard, a kick to the corner, tap away, and a turnover. Fast break, down, full speed layup.
Pacers want to get out in transition and play their game. Inderkum's going to have to stop that and get back in transition defense.
Here's the steal, run out layup, blocked! What a defensive play there. Fire away, a bomb, a miss from the outside by Dollenwall, and out of bounds to Inderkum.
Again, Inderkum got the block on that last play. As you see Coach Wilson looking on, trying to direct his club. They got to settle down and get in their rhythm.
The DeJuan Pruitt layup inside, the only bucket so far, 2-0. Grant lead. Out of bounds, unforced turnover. Isaiah Ward with the pass, no one was there.
Second unforced turnover by Inderkum, just trying to do lob alley-oop plays. They're going to have to get that under control and make sure that's a right executed play at the right time.
And you can see there, Coach Fred Wilson not very happy about that last sequence. Here's a breakaway. McGee feeds, it's broken up. It'll go to Grant, but a nice heads-up trailing defensive play by Isaiah Ward. Spin the replay dial, clean block from behind. Still, though, just 2-0 Grant. Pacers in possession.
Now, Inderkum is in this matchup zone as you see him following through, extending that pressure on Grant.
On top to McGee. Wiggles inside, misses the drive. Transition for Inderkum, 2 and 2. Penetration runner, pops out. Tough luck on the miss there by Presley. Whistle and a 30-second timeout. We'll keep it right here. Grant on top by 2, lots of running, but lots of missing and turnovers too. They haven't settled down yet, but we certainly expect that.
This was a settle down timeout. So both teams can regroup, get back focused. Coaches just talking to them to settle down. All the hype is over, tip is over, now let's play basketball.
Well said, Coach. It was apparent that both squads needed this, recognized by the coaches. So they're going to come back, Inderkum possession. They're down 2 here in the first minute plus of the first quarter. Baseline inbound. They get it in on the deep lob. Presley sends it back out on top. Dallowall drives it strong on Jones, and the runner short. Follow-up, down.
And again, you see Inderkum getting the second chance opportunities. Grant is going to have to box out to keep them off the boards.
Nice follow-up by Dallowall. 2-2 tie here. 5.5 to go, early first. Straightaway Jay missed by Pruitt. 1 and done. Dallowall pulls the board. Jay on the way. Down! Left-handed jumper from Wallace. And it's a 3-ball for a 5-2 Inderkum lead. McGee loses the rock. It's on the floor, but he gets it back and shoves it out to Jones. Nice recovery. Jay on the way, down. 3-ball drained beautifully by Jurgen. A 5-5 tie.
And you see right now, easy attack of confidence, squares up and knocks down that 3.
We're nearing midway first at the 4:40 mark. A 5-5 tie, a sluggish start for both clubs, but they seem to be settling. Dallowall, a miss, and it comes out off of Grant, so Inderkum will have the rock.
Seems like that timeout worked out for both teams. Each group, as you see Coach right there trying to communicate to his team what to execute on offense, worked out, and now they've all settled in and getting good buckets.
Interception there, turnover Inderkum. Feed ahead, McGee misses, tapped in on the follow, sweetly by Pruitt.
Pruitt showing his athleticism right there with the one-hand tip in.
Third turnover on Inderkum, costly there, cost him a bucket, a go-ahead bucket. 7-5 Grant. Power up and kick out. Presley, a miss. Scrap for the board. Nice scrappy play there. Controlled by Grant. Jurgen sends it ahead. Foul line jumper. Sweet money for Brown.
Brown, good short corner jumper. As you see the Pacer fans cheering on.
9-5. A 7-0 run after Inderkum led it 5-2.
Inderkum is just trying to get settled in their offense, not really finding the gaps, but continuously moving the ball.
Pull-up jump shot, Dallowall high off the glass, a miss. Brown rebounds, outlet, here's Jones. Got it.
Even though they gave Jones the easy layup, way to get back and not give up the dunk.
At the other end, pump fake, no, blocked out of there and out of bounds to Grant. (11-5) Pacers. 4 different Pacers have scored.
Well, you can tell this matchup means something as the gym easily got filled up more as the game has started and this first quarter is kind of getting into play.
Well, it's quite clear that a lob and a put down. Nice job by Pruitt. Nice look and lob. 6 for Pruitt, 13-5. Bad pass, turnover number 4. Transition, Grant, send it ahead. McGee, a layup, down.
Pacers
Time
doing what they want
out.
to do quick. Pacers getting into their rhythm wheel, and now Coach has to call a timeout because that's something that you don't want to see.
That is a 13-0 run. And certainly the type that all coaches would like to avoid if they're on the short end. Here's the end of it on the McGee layup.
And McGee got that easy layup because that's what transition offense gets you. Once the play is stopped on defense, just got to get back and run and try to get an easy bucket.
Look at that Inderkum huddle. They just got shellacked on a 13-zip run. And a lot of it was transition, and a lot of it was inside follow-ups on the offensive glass.
Well, Inderkum hasn't found an open bucket right now. All their buckets have come from either putbacks or that one transition three they got. They have to find a way to get rhythm in their offense, and they haven't found that quite yet.
2:34, flip side of quarter number 1. Grant plays the same 5 that started. And looks like the same crew for Inderkum. This is an important possession for the Tigers to try to get back on the board and get off the schneid. Runner short. Too much jumping there by Pruitt. One and done. A poor pass by McGee behind his backcourt mate, Corey Jurgen. Bad pass and a steal. Jurger's got it. Drive it, lay it home.
Got a little shiftiness to himself as he tucked that away and get an easy layup.
5 first quarter turnovers for the Tigers have hurt. Now here's another one, number 6, tough D by McGee and Jurger. McGee has it tapped away, but he gathers twice. Lots of flying hands in there, and then right down the slot, a Jurger layup.
Coach is not happy right now as he looks at the Inderkum Tigers. They have to get something in execution right now, and they haven't been able to find that key.
Foul line jump shot missed short by Wallace, but they get an offensive board. Jumper on the way, another miss by Presley. Streaking out long, a missed slam, but it's a foul as Dollawall was back to defend David Jones.
And we see here, this is why the Pacers are having success right now. They're pushing in transition, way to tuck that young fella, get it off the glass, and then you see again here, coming down the middle, way to finish with the floater over the top.
Jurger just a sophomore as we see Jones miss number 1.
And Will, Coach Wilson talked highly of him last year when I saw the Pacers when he was on JV. Young, fiery talent. Coach talked about his potential, and now you see him starting on the varsity Showtime.
Yes, he's off to a wonderful start. Number 2 on the way for Jones. He's got that one. Those are the first 2 free throws of the ball game. Jump shot on the way, left it short. McAllister with the miss. Here's a run out. Pruitt, boom!
And that's somebody who's not gonna miss. The high riser, big fella, slamming that one down.
He's having a big first quarter. 4 buckets for 8, including that slam. And Jurger's chipped in with 7.
And now the Pacer fans are all over Inderkum right now as the foul doesn't go their way.
This is a 20-0 run.
Coach Wilson looking on at his Pacers. I know he holds his team to a high expectation, as on the other side, you have Fred Wilson looking at his Tigers like we got to get something going.
That is a fact. Far side inbound. Ward shoves it in there. They lose the rock, out of bounds. Things going from bad to worse for the Tigers.
And this is the thing, the Tigers haven't found any offensive rhythm yet to put consecutive buckets together, so now they're playing defense majority of the game.
Richardson into the ball game for Grant. He wears number 5. He's got the rock.
And they better be wary of Richardson and his high-flying ability. I know Grant likes to throw a lot of oops and lobs, so watch out for Richardson running on the baseline side.
McGee shakes away. Corner jump shot, a miss that time. Tip in missed. Nice high rebound, but we have played one. There's a buzzer, and what a impressive blitz by Grant High, leading it now 22-5 after one. Stick around.
Okay, so we drowned the fire, stirred it, drowned it again, and now just feel if it's cold.
Yeah.
Cool.
Smokey just gave me a bear hug.
I know. Already posted it.
We are ready to open second quarter action here in this first of two semifinal battles, Grant and Inderkum. As you see there on the graphic, Grant, after trailing 5-2, has stormed to a 20-point run and have a commanding lead. Richardson, an air ball miss. Foul drawn on the play. Bohannon. Nice job there to get him off his feet.
They needed a basket to kind of create something right there. Great way to put it on the floor and create some contact, but they got to get some rhythm with offense.
Washington to inbound. Corner jump shot on the way. A miss by Wallace, and we got a hard fall there by Jones.
And that's the problem right now for Inderkum's offense. They're one and done every possession, so they're not getting opportunity to get any type of rhythm.
McAllister to inbound, baseline left for the Tigers. Early here in the second. Happy to have you with us here at the Cordova Christmas Classic, the 43rd annual. With Lauren Goodman, I'm Will James, and so far, hot shooting Grant is making a mockery out of this game. Break up and steal by Richardson. Boom!
As soon as he gets in the game, 5 seconds, busts open the rim.
24-5, loose ball. Tremendous Grant pressure, stolen by Richardson, feed it ahead, McGee down.
And that's the spark that Richardson has. He gets in the game, immediately defensive tempo changes.
Hardy throws up a wild shot and it misses. Grant rebounds, and here come the Pacers, really pouring it on now. Jones out on top to Bohannon, feed the cutter, and wow, Hardy. Or is that Haynes? That's Haynes, I guess. Nevertheless, Pacer basketball. Substitutions coming on.
And this is the scary part about the Pacers. They got 3 guys that just were studs coming in. Now they got 3 fresh legs coming in, ready to go.
26-5. Corner J uncontested, a miss. Nice try on the board, but no deal. Inderkum in possession.
Well, Inderkum's going to have to gain some confidence on the offensive end.
Not like that. Takeaway steal. Pruitt. Boom!
And you see Pruitt, the showman he is, puts on a show on every dunk.
It's been a long time since I have seen a run like this. A very long time. Presley snaps it across court laterally to Dollawall. There's the cutter, broken up and stolen by Jones.
And it's accredited to defense and transition offense. Defense and transition offense. Every time they get a stop, Will, they're pushing it up the floor.
Yerger was fouled on the play. The foul charged against Isaiah Ward, his first. Near side inbound, A.J. McGee snaps it in and gets a return pass. 5:50 to go, still early second. Bobble and a takeaway. Transition. In close, in and out. Tigers get it back. Open daylight shooting. Another miss. Wowee. Jones comes up with it. Snap it ahead. Give and go. Got a whistle and a foul. That's going to be on Ward. His second in about 30 seconds.
And this is why they're so special. That length is a problem, and as he brings it down, he gets him on the arm as he pushes back up.
So David Jones, 6'5" senior, will be at the stripe. Pacers are wearing those flashy neon colored shoes. Number 1 is good. Well, I would have to say that this has been a complete and utter dismantling here in the later part of the first quarter and into the second now.
Branson Pacers want to get out and run. As they get a hustle play right there, Inderkum takes it away, but that's what they want to do best.
Force the issue. Open J, in and out, follow up, good. Hardy with the follow, and it breaks. Whirling, spinning drive by Pruitt. He's putting on a bit of a show.
That extended pressure, that defense with that length and athleticism is causing some havoc for the Inderkum Tigers.
Deep jumper, missed all glass, but last touched by a Tiger. That basket cashed in there by Hardy broke a streak of 27-0.
Can't explain it. Defense. The Pacers' defense is unreal right now on that extended pressure up top.
Yerger drives and dumps it. Slam is missed. Follow up. Pops out. Tough luck. Surrounded. Hardy draws the foul, probably from behind on Yerger. Into the ball game for the Pacers. Cameron Hampton, he's wearing number 2. He had a huge game in that championship a year ago.
Some right on time threes that knock down consistently in the second half for Grant. That's what makes them so scary. They have layers to their development. A lot of these players have been with Coach Wilson since the whole ride. They've been there. Now they're juniors and seniors, and you're seeing their true development.
An inside miss and a save, almost a save. Great effort by Pruitt.
And Pruitt is just showing his athleticism out there right now on everything. He's really feeling it.
Fred Wilson looking on, probably in a bit of disbelief himself.
Yeah, right now as a coach, if you're on the Inderkum side, you can only prepare and watch more so you can go into halftime and talk to your team about what you need to work on and develop.
Dollar wall, Yerger has played a heck of a floor game tonight and chipped in with 7 points. Down the slot, layup, missed. Whistle, foul.
And I don't know what it is, Will. This is a couple of days of tournament that I've gotten to watch. This is not a friendly shooting gym to visitors. If this is a neutral court or this is not your home court, this is not a good gym to get it and let it rain unless you play for Cordova. So Inderkum is going to have to try to find a different way to attack the basket, attack the seams, get the ball, fake it in the air and go low, get the Pacers up, go under so they can get some closer shots to the basket.
But not to be misled, this is a wonderful gym. One of my very favorites ever.
Absolutely.
1 out of 2 for the sophomore guard. 32-7. In close, nice job on the tuck by Hardy. 4 points off the bench. And his 6'4" frame is badly needed out there.
And we saw a little theatrics after that one. Maybe that'll get Inderkum going.
A couple of dynamite football players on this Inderkum squad. Ward and Hardy. 3:05 to go here on the flip side of quarter number 2. Foul line jump shot. Who could be more open than Davell Brown?
And that's growth and development. I remember seeing Coach Wilson's teams a year ago or maybe 2 years ago not having that full development to execute a play like that, get a wide open shot, and make it great development from his part.
Strip away on the floor. Who wants it? 4 players dive. Held ball, arrow to Grant, as everything has been in this half. Well earned. Let's take a look.
Patience to get the high post shooter. Easy knockdown for Brown.
Out of bounds to Grant. Brown will do the honors at the 2:35 mark. Want to remind you that at the intermission, Lauren will be, here's a steal on the inbound. Got it. Nice job. Wallace with the bucket after the Dollawall steal. They weren't paying attention.
Was it? And that's something that they've known for a while. The Pacers
Follow up, offside board, Brown.
and you see Coach Wilson on the court right now trying to show his team that they have to get into the right spots of execution, and they were not in that on that press break on the last play, and he was very theatrical about it.
Yes, very theatrical, and in the Fred Wilson huddle for Inderkum, he takes an occasional glance up to that 36-11 score.
For Inderkum, they can't think about the score right now. No, it's obviously Brace in your face, got one scoreboard on each side, but you cannot think about the score. You got to think about your effort and playing hard. Coaches have already understood what changes and adjustments they need to make, so those can't happen until halftime. So right now, just play hard until the end of the half.
Fred Wilson coming over from West Campus, where he had tremendous success. 3 consecutive trips to the section finals each of the last 3 years, and winning it all last year. And the year before to the state finals, losing in overtime. Near breakup and tap away by Brown.
The effort from the Pacers is unreal right now. They're playing on a very high level, and you can see it in every play.
Miles Haynes defending the inbound. Snapped in by Griffin. Turnover, Inderkum. Richardson on the right side. Under 2 minutes remaining in the half now. Corner Jay Pruitt, a miss. Nice offside yank. Sweet leap in there. Send it up the floor. Dollawall. Still can't find it. Nice effort again.
And that's a person you want to get in foul trouble. If you could get Pruitt in foul trouble, get him out of the game, then you may have an opportunity to make some impact and threading the needle and getting it into the middle.
At the stripe. They have not gotten up there much. That's their first free throw of the game. 2 out of 2. Nice touch by Shuley. Break the press. McGee. Cross court to Richardson. Up for a J. Down. 3-ball derby. (39-13) Grant Pacers tripling the score of their rivals. Jump shot missed, flat, tapped up, and run down by the shooter, Wallace. Follow-up missed. Long outlet, Richardson to McGee, down.
And that's probably the third or fourth time that's happened, but Inderkum's not getting back in transition defense.
Steal, Richardson draws a foul on the runner as he got whacked by Griffin on the way in.
Richardson has shut a spark plug for the Pacers when he come in. He's playing with high intensity, leading the troops as he knows what Coach Wilson is expecting of him, and he's handling it very well.
Yes, he is. Since igniting, he's had a slam dunk, a 3, 2 assists, and 2 steals. That's 9 turnovers, by the way, now for Inderkum.
Which can be a problem for any team. 9 turnovers in the first half. That's the coach's word.
1 out of 2. 42-13, tapped away from behind. That'll stay with Inderkum. Into the ball game for the Tigers. Javi Daniels, 22. So Inderkum baseline right for the inbound. Snap it in, a dribble and a turnover, near turnover. Boy, oh boy.
And yes, the Pacers are playing well, but Inderkum has some self-inflicted wounds as also to contribute to that.
Yeah, the old SIW. Usually referred to in military, but nice analogy. 42-13, 43 seconds to go. And we'll see what Inderkum can do with it. Break up and steal. David Jones, dump it to Pruitt. Blocked. Wow. A near save, out of bounds, however, as Yerger tried to slam it off of Hardy. So Griffin will inbound near side for the Tigers with 19 plus left. And Inderkum facing a colossal 42-13 deficit. Runner missed. Daniels had the miss, gets it back on a scrap, has a shot blocked, it's kept alive, grabbed by Grant, and Pruitt throws it ahead, and we are halfway home. And in a devastating performance here early in the first quarter and carrying over throughout the second quarter, the Grant High Ball Club just put it all together with the help of 10 Inderkum turnovers. And it looks like Lauren Goodman has gathered her guest. That would be Inderkum head coach Fred Wilson. Let's turn our attention toward Lauren Goodman.
Well, I'm here with one of the Wilsons, Fred Wilson. Coach, tough first quarter. What do you got to say to your team right now?
We got to play tougher. We definitely got to take care of the ball, and we got to finish when we get opportunities. This team is a good team, so if we turn the ball over, they scored almost on every turnover. So take care of the ball is one of them, and execute and play tougher.
An immediate adjustment that you want your guys to make is coming out in the second half. What is it?
Just be loose and play the way we've been playing all season. We've taken leaps and bounds on how good we've become. And this is a great team. So we came out and they gave us what I expected them to give us. And, we just got to step up to the plate and finish it.
Thank you so much, Coach. Good luck in the second half. Will?
Thank you very much. Lauren, a calm Fred Wilson, understanding that his team has dug a deep trench to try to climb out of, but a veteran coach who has climbed some lofty altitudes. And momentarily we're going to send it back to Lauren Goodman because she'll be visiting with the Cordova High head coach and the event organizer of this 43rd annual Cordova Christmas Classic, Fletcher Johnson. Okay, let's turn our attention.
And 43 years, Coach. That's an amazing amount of years in a tournament. What is the hard work that it takes to put on that?
Man, getting a lot of the local teams to come in and participate, and then trying to even the fields out, and just getting everyone to commit to being here.
Now, Coach, you made an extension this year, 16 teams. What did it take to put that on?
Oh, man, just a lot of hard work and finding teams that wanted to stay local and played local, because a lot of the teams try to leave the area. But we really, with the help of Denard Wilson from Grant, we were able to put enough guys together to put a team to make it expand to 16 teams. So now the Cordova Christmas Classic 43rd went from 8 teams to 16, and our goal is to make it the biggest event in the area at Christmas time.
Coach, now you talk about making it a big event. Prior to this conversation, you talked about the history, this Cordova Classic being one of the most known tournaments around here, legends and historic moments. Can you just talk about the history this tournament has had?
Yeah, the history of the Cordova Christmas Classic goes way back, and players such as Ernest Lee, Coach Drew Hibbs, Yogi Stewart, and many of the top players in Sacramento's history have all come through the Cordova Christmas Classic. And in our tradition, the only thing the Cordova fans want to know is, how did you do in the Christmas Classic? And throughout the city, they want to know, hey, are you having the Christmas Classic? So that's kind of the history of it. It's a huge event at Christmas time in Sacramento area.
Coach, with the success that you guys have had this year, what are some of your goals and plans for next year?
Oh man, our next year is to get another 16 and invite them back, and then and have everyone fill the stands even more.
Thank you so much, Coach. Back to you, Will.
Thank you very much, Lauren. This has just been a wonderful tournament for decades here, and you can definitely count on seeing quality teams, good ball, and terrific organization by the staff here. We are at the half of our first telecast, the front end of our doubleheader, and it has been a one-sided affair thus far. Grant really taking it to Inderkum after the first 16 minutes on top, 42-13. Stay with us. Lots more to come from the Cordova Christmas Classic. As a matter of fact, why don't we just send it back to Lauren Goodman? She is standing by with another distinguished head coach. Lauren?
Now I'm with the other Wilson, Denard Wilson. Coach, jumped out into a big lead there. What happened for the Grant Pacers?
The biggest thing is we actually were able to put together 2 big quarters where we played Grant Pacer basketball. And that's all. I knew if we did that, the score, that stuff will take care of itself. Like I was telling you off air, last year we played in the same tournament. We won by 20. A week later, we lose to them at their place. It's a rivalry. These kids grew up together. They know each other. So, a lot of it is, just playing Pacer basketball.
Coach, we've gotten the opportunity to watch your team develop. Last year you had a really young core. Now they're kind of developed and matured. How happy are you with this group right now?
Well, I'm excited about the group, but I'm more excited about Steven Richardson. This is his first game this year. He was our leader. He was our best player, and he finally got cleared this morning to play. So we're just so happy that he can enjoy some of his senior year. Last year we had Trayshawn Smoots, had to sit out the whole year, our best player. And this year, we're just happy for Steven and the way, they're getting things done.
Thank you so much, Coach. Good luck in the second half.
Thanks a lot.
Back to you.
Okay, thank you very much, Lauren. Optimistic Denard Wilson, and for good reason. Stay with us. When we come back, we'll have more from the 43rd annual Cordova Christmas Classic.
1 in 6 seniors faces the threat of hunger, and millions more live in isolation.
America, let's do lunch.
Drop off a hot meal and say a quick hello. Volunteer for Meals on Wheels by donating your lunch break at americaletsdolunch.org.
Well, we welcome you back to the Lancer Gym here on the campus of Cordova High School, where tonight we're in the semifinal round of the 43rd annual Cordova Christmas Classic. With Lauren Goodman, I'm Will James, and we have seen one team in our opening telecast of the evening really match their press clippings, you might say. Grant High with a tornado of an outburst that eventually became a 27-0 run, and a large reason for this 29-point lead here at the intermission over Inderkum, a shell-shocked Tiger Ball Club.
Totally understandable, because the Pacers are coming out ready, focused. As you saw Coach talk about before, they still had that loss all the way almost a year ago back in their mind, so they came out full guns a-blazing, as well as an emotional running with Richardson coming back. So they're built up on emotion right now, and that's why you see such success with the Pacers.
Well, they've waged war many times, being so close to each other, and their series history is dotted with some serious items. As we can see, the victory a year ago by Inderkum was significant, but they haven't had many in between, Lauren.
No, it hasn't. As you see, Tigers paid them back over a year ago on January 6th, but this is a streak that the Pacers have owned majority of, and they've shown the dominance clearly throughout the 16 matchups, and they're continuing to show that dominance right now.
Yes, to a large degree. There have been streaks, and the Pacers have had the best of them, including a 6-game streak that was snapped last year with that win by Inderkum. But the bottom line says it all.
Close calls, really only one in the matchup, and as you see, Grant is leading this series 11-4.
That they are. And Coach DeMond Wilson mentioned that loss a year ago, and you did also as a motivating factor. That one certainly plays big on what's happening right now, but so does last night's ball game when Vista Del Lago pushed Grant, gave them a run for their money, and were leading that game with 3+ minutes to go. I know that game made an impression on Coach Wilson and the Grant team.
It absolutely did, Will, because Coach Wilson is the type of guy that wants his team to be efficient, wants his team to be effective. If he felt like his guys did not play an efficient game last night, of course he held them accountable, and that could be another result of why you're seeing the performance you're seeing right now.
And tip of the cap to Tim Weir and that Vista Ball Club. That's a well-oiled, well-executing ball club that is going to give anybody problems this season, as they have the last few years. They run a tight ship at Vista, and Grant would testify to that. Here we go. Part of the Grant coaching contingent there, including Coach Wilson, underway. Inderkum with first possession. Let's see what they've decided to start with. Open jumper, a miss. Tapped out by Pruitt, it looked like, so the Tigers will hold on to the rock after the opening shot was taken and missed by Presley.
And it seems like the Tigers are executing within the offense, getting wide open looks, but they're not falling, so they have to make an adjustment and find ways to get to the basket. As you see Coach Wilson looking on, hoping that his Pacers play solid defense.
Once a couple of those jumpers start falling, then that always changes the complexion. But until they can knock down a couple, it just seems like the rut gets deeper and deeper. Ward blocked out of there by Jones. He gets it back and it's stripped away from him, but they're going to give the rock to Grant. After 10 first half turnovers by Inderkum, there's number 1 in the second half.
Starting off with a turnover is not going to help you dig out of this hole right now.
McGee, nice job to get the ball to Brown, but we see this extended pressure from the Tigers.
And they may keep it on because historically Grant does not like pressure, does not like to handle pressure.
And McGee basically said, here's for your pressure. Here's my 2. 44-13. Ward right down the slot, pulls up. Tough luck, it pops out. They get it back, but they're going to call a traveling violation on Dollawall. Turnover Tigers.
And that's what's making the game so difficult right now. Inderkum hasn't seen the ball go in the rim. They're not getting fouls to get to the free throw line. They can't make layups right now. Their jumpers aren't falling. They haven't seen the ball go in the basket, in addition to all the turnovers.
Beat the press. Yerger feeds low. There's a turnover. And why don't we just go ahead and trade the favor?
And that's why you see no emotion from Coach Wilson right now. It's because he's trading buckets, trading turnovers back for back, so he didn't really lose anything on that last play, give the guy a second chance.
Nor did he gain anything. 6:40, early third, 31-point lead for the prancing Pacers. McGee wiggles down the baseline and steps out of bounds. 30-second timeout taken. We'll just hold it right here. As you see the Grant huddle over there. How hard is it, Coach Goodman, to keep that intense edge when you're sitting on a 31-point lead?
It's very hard, but right now Coach Wilson wants his team to execute. As you've seen on some of the faces in the last huddle, frustration, not really frustration, but wanting better possessions. And you see on the other side, the other Coach Wilson, Fred Wilson, trying to talk to his team about capitalizing on stops. They're playing hard, and I'm not giving all the credit to Grant because Inderkum is making some plays, but they're not capitalizing on the plays. There's a difference. Yes, there's going to be continuous plays made throughout the game, but you have to see the basketball go in the rim, and they're not winning in that battle right now.
Well said, Coach. Inderkum basketball. Wallace dumps it into Presley up the floor at the 6:20 mark here. Still early third. It's been all Grant. Drive it strong. Drive missed by Griffin. Rebound Grant. Bad pass. Jones was looking for McGee. No guard to help. They turn it over. Wall down. Only a matter of time.
And he needed to see that one.
Pruitt, hard to the basket, misses the dunk try, but draws a foul.
The broad shoulder Pruitt, just growing and developing over the years, is something that he's kind of been able to do. Knack, soft touch around the rim, being able to high flying ability, but then come to the free throw line with a soft touch.
45-16. Make it 46. Ward Ward to Dollawall. They're on him like a rash. Boy, look at Pruitt come out there and crowd him. Presley, sweet money.
And I'm worried about the Pacers, not the Pacers, I'm worried about the Inderkum Tigers. No enthusiasm after the last 2 buckets. They have to pick it up and get out of this slump.
Beautiful job by Pruitt.
It's not going to happen giving up easy buckets like that.
Isaiah Ward. Okay, here's Dollawall now on Jones. They try to backdoor on a feed to Wallace, but it's a turnover.
And that's contributed back to their effort. Like I said, on the last 2 buckets, haven't had any enthusiasm, and then they come back and play lackluster.
Here's a rundown and a turnover. Dump it low, Dollawall to Presley, a block by Jones, here they come. Pruitt, well defended. Isaiah Ward, tough on that play.
That football field translated clear right there as Pruitt tried to rise up and fly over the athletic defensive football Ward.
6'7" over 6'3".
And you'll see here, Pruitt tried to size Ward up. Ward had to let him know, hey, football player, still have that brute strength. Pruitt come to the line now, shooting it 2.
He salvages the back end. It's 3 out of 4 from there tonight. It's 49-18. (49-20) on the bucket by Ward, and an interception by Ward, but it's a foul.
And energy before that play was definitely deflated. Hopefully Inderkum can find a way to pick it up right now while they have the Pacers kind of at ease and sleeping.
Not good for the Tigers. That's 4 fouls on Isaiah Ward. He sits down, as does Presley. Subs on the floor for the Tigers as Pruitt handles.
And this is where things can get scary when you're guarding the Pacers. One-on-one play.
There's a double. Tough pressure.
And the thing about playing the Pacers is you can't have any fear. Good, strong drive, way to put it on the floor. They need more of those type of plays to be aggressive with the Pacers. If you are afraid, as soon as you retreat, they get you in a double team.
Fouls on Pruitt, his 3rd. If there was ever a time when Coach Denard Wilson would be relaxed on Pruitt's 3rd foul, it would be in this game.
Good job, a way to create the contact with the off arm and come back and try to finish with the left. Even though it probably wasn't going to go in, way to attack and get that contact across the arm.
Free throw, good. Knocked down by Washington. 1 out of 2. Pacers picked from behind. Take it strong, a layup blocked by Jones.
Jones's length is crazy, but that still was a good, strong attack for Inderkum. Try to get some contact. If he blocks your shot, he blocks it. That's his job, to block shots. But if you go and attack, sometimes those block shots can turn into fouls.
Well said. Good point. Inbound to David Jones. 3.5 to go. Flip side of quarter number 3. Deep J, McGee, pow! 3-ball derby.
And McGee getting a wide open, easy set shot in the effort.
Tough luck on that play. It'll pay off with a trip to the foul line, and good aggressive play there by Schuler.
Schuler kind of finding some rhythm right now by putting the ball on the floor and stopping the clock and getting some free throws. Right now, it's too many players for Inderkum not being aggressive confidently. A lot of the things in today's game is our players don't have confidence in their natural ability and sometimes give the edge to the other team before even trying or giving a shooting effort.
Did y'all hear that part? 2 out of 2 from the stripe, and it pulls the Tigers within 52-23. Foul line jumper, McGee wobbles out. Nice offside board, yanked down there by Hardy. 3-minute mark, flip side, quarter number 3. Drive it, lay it, missed. Tapped twice and grabbed by Richardson. Send it ahead. Yerger, a whistle and a travel, and he tries for the dunk to clean that up somehow, but missed the dunk.
First time I saw Inderkum get back in transition defense or have somebody to get back to stop the leaker. One part about Grant that I learned way back when I was a player for Sac High, in the Sac High days, Swafford, he always talked about somebody leaking out back. And I know Coach Wilson is in that same philosophy. You see Grant has a leaker every time. So that was the first play where Inderkum made an adjustment and they got to travel.
On the floor, loose ball, tapped away, gathered, bobbled, gathered. Again, blocked and lost. Picked up on a salvage and a whistle and a foul apparently. What a crazy play that was.
Crazy play. Wish I saw the foul on that one. That was a good, strong drive.
So they call the foul on Washington, number 32, his second. Up the floor strong, David Jones to Richardson.
And I think Will Inderkum is finding some success when they go with the double team run and jump. When they go to the ISO one-on-one with Grant, you're going to have some problems. These guys are too athletic, too talented in the one-on-one game, and that's their strength. You have to find a way to keep them away from that.
Non-shooting foul called against Griffin, his third. Here's a turnover. Left open, Dollawall, had way too much daylight and shot an air ball.
And that's where Dollawall got to find a way to get a layup. I know he wants to see the ball go on the rim, as you see Coach Wilson looking on after that turnover by the Pacers. We got to find some collective offensive rhythm right now so that he can feel comfortable with his lead.
Richardson drove it, lost it, deflected out by Inderkum. A minute 54, late third. McGee lobs in. Matthews on the drive, draws a foul. Diminutive guard, Jason Matthews, freshman.
Grant's talent is never ending. It's something that Coach Wilson has set as standard and expectation, gets young guys that want to come in and work, and then he develops his talent throughout the 4 years.
McGee has a jumper wobble out, put back down. Nice offensive board work by Haynes. Short jumper curls out, rebound follow up, blocked out of there on the shot by Hardy. Haynes was a Tiger on the boards here.
And Haynes has been a cleanup guy his time with Wilson. You see, getting his hands in there right at the right moment and then finishing that up with the easy layup off the glass.
Washington working against the freshman. Bam! Ooh, daddy, let me take it to the rim.
Put the ball on the floor, make something happen, young fella. Woke the gym back up with that play.
Air ball jumper on good defense out there in the corner. Let's take a look, here we go.
Hardy, hard, all the way down to the middle of that rim. gets a lot of credit for the elusiveness. Very elusive. Way to change that over, turn that to a big boy.
A minute and change left here in the third. 34-25, turnaround jump shot, air ball short, no call. Matthews, Richardson, settle for the J, Look at that sky rebound, Yerger fadeaway, down!
Yerger is special! Yerger's playing big!
At the other end, Dallawall with the left.
Dallawall, way to finish around the rim and get a layup.
Shot missed by Yerger, back for the defensive glass. Taking it strong. Corner jump shot on the way, miss out there. Follow-up missed after the initial shot by Daniels. Put back. And there is a buzzer ending the third. And Grant still in full command on top by a score of 56-29. Don't wander off because we're coming right back for more of the Hometown Sports Game of the Week.
Staring contest.
You still got it.
I know.
Come alive with the forest. Visit discovertheforest.org to find a forest near you.
We are back for fourth quarter action here at Cordova High School in the semifinal round of this 43rd annual Cordova Christmas Classic. With Lauren Goodman, I'm Will James, and we have seen this Grant High Pacer Ball Club operating, as you say, Lauren, at a very high level.
Coach Wilson's showing a lot of confidence in his team right now. They're playing on all cylinders. Right now, if you look at the floor, he even has a different group, not his starting group in. So he's showing confidence in developing, going with the freshman guards, going with the young players. Coach is not worried about his team, and that can transcend over to your players and how they play and execute.
Down the slot, Yerger drive and a miss, but a foul inside.
And this Yerger kid is special. So only a sophomore, but he's just showing so much fight, so much tenacity in him today. And there's been a young group of guards that we've seen as of lately, Will, in this young early period. So basketball is in good hands here in Sacramento.
Boy, certainly that is a well-founded statement. And we have seen some terrific freshmen and sophomore. Here's the drive, foul with the body. A miss. 1 out of 2. Drive and kick. Jump shot, good. Knocked down beautifully that time on the shot.
Inderkum's found something here in that left corner, knocking a few shots down.
Yerger a miss. Daniels a rebound. Early fourth quarter action. Inderkum trying to pick up their game and finish strong. And there's always that factor that they'll be meeting Grant again in about a week at Grant. Boy, Matthews, nice little stop and go move there. The cutters, Yerger behind the back. A little too slick for David Jones.
I don't think Yerger even saw that he was wide open to the rim right there.
Lanky sophomore, 6 feet tall. In close, a miss. Tapped by Yerger. Bobbled up. Frenetic play here. Daniels sends it over to the side on a miss by Wallace and crashed to the floor.
And something you got to understand, to beat these high-flying Pacers, you have to be really, really disciplined. And when you're not disciplined, you lead into the type of play that they want you to do. They want you to play fast. They want you to play frenetic. They want you to play in a frenzy because that plays to their game. Fast pace, let's go, let's run. So you have to play very disciplined to get an edge on the Pacers, and Inderkum not being able to quite do that tonight.
Not quite, but Fred Wilson will likely circle his troops and have better part of a week to prepare for that rematch at Grant. Clunk, no good on the front end. 18 fouls now on Inderkum. Drive and a layup.
Drive with confidence, Tigers. I thought I just saw a travel, but you got to play with confidence right now. And Pacers, you got to be under control. No wild, out-of-loop plays. Just be disciplined.
Yerger inside.
Freshman and sophomore.
Wallace a miss, follow-up miss, but a bump foul.
Easy foul.
Hardy in good position on that. He's got 4 points in the ball game, a couple of second quarter baskets. Maybe this effort off the bench will generate more playing time for him.
Big frame, big guy, has the potential to play in the game and give them some edge, but has to develop it, has to be confident in doing that, and he's trying to put some buckets together right here, show Coach Wilson something.
Leaping rebound by leaping David Jones, 1 out of 2, 59-35. Situation well in hand for Grant. Last touched evidently by Inderkum. Inbound, far side, goes into Matthews. The freshman guard sends it to the corner. Jones to McGee. 2 Tigers on the board. Fumbled at the end line, out of bounds.
Gotta have confidence, guy. Understand, a jab step is to go somewhere, to set up something. Jab set is to set up something, so when you're jabbing, you gotta have a plan with it right now. The Pacers aren't jumping out at your shot, so why not just shoot? No hesitation, gotta have a lot of confidence.
Okay, Presley inbounds, dollar wall. Fires away, deep range gunning, a miss this time. Offensive rebound, feed low, stolen away, another turnover. Pruitt loses the rock. And the drive missed as Hardy took on Pruitt. And on the follow-up, we got another foul.
There was a lot of confident contact on the Pruitt drive. But they got it on the second one.
Fouls on McGee, just his first of the game. And it sends Jason Ramirez to the stripe, and he misses on number 1. Correction, I should say Aaron Ramirez. Free throw, a miss, 0 for 2.
And that's something that the Tigers have been struggling with all night, seeing the ball go in the rim, not create enough points, and that defense caused a lot of havoc to lead into that.
Coach Fred Wilson playing all of his team. Lots of subs coming in now as we near midway fourth. 59-35, Grant. Drive it strong. McGee's layup is partially blocked.
Again, no confidence.
Gee whiz. Comedy of errors here.
Settle down and have some confidence. This is the time where you just say, put me in, coach, let me shoot. You see Coach Wilson looking on right now, wanting his team to probably clean it up, be better, do better, because they have bigger goals ahead of them, so they have to play efficient and effective. Yes, they have a big lead, but it's always in how you win.
Always. Want to remind you that Lauren Goodman will be interviewing our players of the game in our post-game segment. .4:15 to go as we near midway fourth. Deep range gunning, dropped sweetly by Presley.
Presley, no hesitation right now. What are you going to lose?
It's his second three of the game. Pruitt misses the slam, but it curls home anyway. I don't think he was too happy with that, but he got the deuce. Outlet broken up, but gathered by McGee, who drives it and bank shot wiggles out. But Cameron rebounds. Yerger down the slot, fouled on the drive. Nice feed from Hampton, though, to get him loose.
Yeager knocking in the easy free throw. This was a good comeback game for Richardson. As you see, he didn't play that much, obviously, because of the big league, but good warm-up game for him to come out, get warm, get loose after the knee injury, as Coach talked about, and kind of preserve him for their big game tomorrow.
A push-off, no call. Inside layup, got it on the power move by Hardy. Hampton sends it out on top to McGee. Yerger now. Three-guard offense for the Pacers. Feed the cutter, layup blocked. Well, the intensity is still there even down the stretch here. Less than 3 minutes remaining.
Two teams not that far up the road from each other have built this heated rivalry over the young years of Inderkum, and it's well-deserving because the two teams are worth the matchup.
Coach Fred Wilson of the Tigers, he's cleared his bench. A lot of guys getting playing time, and the drive by Hardy blocked by Pruitt. And it goes to Hampton. Yerger, runner, got it. Well, his presence of mind is impressive. Turnover. Missed that one, but Pruitt tapped it home. It's looking kind of comical now. Pruitt with 21 points in the ball game. Whistling a foul underneath. 16 for Corey Yerger.
And I can't hold that. I think as we see Yager going to the bench right now, I think that Inderkum had some bright moments, shot well from the free throw line. It's just Grant was overwhelming with the pressure and extension, and they couldn't handle that pressure.
Nice follow-up again, active on the offensive glass, Hardy. Break the press. They've got numbers. Blocked from behind, I'll tell you. A couple of these Inderkum Tigers are playing never say die style, and Hardy's one of them. Another reminder, upcoming, the second game of our twin bill. Well, credit that one.
Coach Wilson's kind of looking on like that was a weird play, maybe a goaltending play, but he could just smile it off because he has a comfortable lead.
Deep jumper drilled by Hampton, and it's a 3-ball.
And you hear all the Pacer fans around us going crazy as they knock down that 3-ball.
A miss on the other end and a Hampton rebound with a minute to go in this one. Up next, the other semifinal matchup. Lots of green gonna be on the floor. El Cerrito and Kennedy. Break up and steal, take it strong. McAllister got it.
I'm glad to see Inderkum still play hard, way to fight through it. They know that they'll see him in a little bit.
Whistle and an apparent foul call.
We had a very awkward play right there. And I think we're having some shot clock issues in the last 36 seconds of the game.
DeVell Brown to inbound for Grant here, near side, and he gets it into Hampton. Working in the backcourt with Matthews. Nice strong left-hand dribble by the freshman. "15 seconds. And about a third of that on the shot clock. Hampton misses the runner. Maybe Inderkum can get up one more. 3 seconds to the bucket. Boom! And I think it's altogether fitting that Willie Hardy Jr. ends the game with a cram for the Inderkum Tigers. Final score in this one, however, Grant High big by a final score of 49-70. The Pacers doing it all different ways, running, jumping, slamming. Stay with us. We're going to come right back for our post-game segment, a brief one, and carry on into the second game of our twin bill.
It's a beautiful day out here. Sunny today with light breezes, giving way to clouds in the afternoon. We could see some light precipitation to moderate precipitation later on, followed by powerful storm-like conditions. 90 miles per hour winds are expected. Authorities are asking everyone, stay indoors. Come on, that's it. Let's go.
Yeah. Okay, we're just going to take it from the table here, and we're just going to show the graphic on the players of the game, right? We're live, and that means the verdict is in and the decision is final tonight here at Cordova High School in the first of two semifinal ball games in the 43rd annual Cordova Christmas Classic. And in tonight's ball game, Grant High ran fast, flew high, and blitzed its way to a 70-49 victory over the Inderkum Tigers. Players of the game had terrific outings tonight. Yadvir Dalawal for Inderkum canned a couple of 3 balls in the midst of extreme adversity. And for victorious Grant, Dewan Pruitt had himself quite a ball game that featured 2 slams, a couple of tip-ins, and a 21-point effort. So our tip of the cap to those gentlemen, and also a quick expression of our gratitude to the Cordova High administration, particularly Lancers head coach Fletcher Johnson, for all their help with our broadcast arrangements. Don't wander off. We're going to sign off for a moment and come right back with the back end of our doubleheader tonight. Semifinal action, Kennedy taking on El Cerrito. For Lauren Goodman and the entire Hometown Sports Game of the Week broadcast crew, I'm Will James. Stick with us.
This program from Access Sacramento's Hometown Sports Game of the Week is available for purchase on DVD. For more information, call Access Sacramento 916-456-8600, extension 0. This has been a Hometown Sports Game of the Week broadcast from Access Sacramento. Major underwriting support this season for Hometown Sports Game of the Week on Access Sacramento is provided by the Sacramento Metropolitan Cable Television Commission. Access Sacramento also thanks Sharif Jewelers, fine jewelers since 1932. Sharif Jewelers, a longtime sponsor of community television. And Folsom Lake Honda, a proud sponsor of Access Sacramento's Hometown TV and Game of the Week, and a partner in our community, Folsom Lake Honda.